Okay, guys, me and Professor here. aMSa's last chance. Let's call this aMSa's last chance in Nouns Tokyo. He's got the home court advantage for the first time. He's got to win. He's got to win. He's been terrible. The worst Melee collapse in the history of Melee. Just awful. Not even ranked top 10 anymore. Worse than J-Mook's collapse this year. He goes Falco in the set. This is Gamo. But this is 2 years ago Gamo. I believe he lost to H-Box 2 Gamos in a row. aMSa goes Falco at FD. Now, I don't know if he really wants to rely on that Falco because his Yoshi just hasn't been there. This is a matchup like you gotta win if you're aMSa. I don't think Puff is that bad for Yoshi compared to Fox. You know, compared to Fox or Sheik. I also don't think Marth is that bad. Let's freeze this for a second. And by the way, the tournament I'm referring to is obviously Nouns Invitational next month. aMSa this year loses to H-Box. You got to win that. I know H-Box has been hot. He's been the third best player in the world. But, like, you can't lose to aMSa. Guys, like, I know it sounds crazy. aMSa used to win that easily. Like, 3-4 years ago, aMSa was way better than H-Box. Loses to Cody, I understand that. Loses to Ingen, Japanese player. Ingen, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Ingen, like, a Marth. Like, you got to win that. You got to win that. If this guy was American, if Ingen was entering American tournaments, I doubt he's top 30. And he's Marth. That's not a bad matchup. I could kind of see the J-Mook and Plop, by the way. J-Mook's been off this year, so you got to beat J-Mook. And then beat Skurzo. But these placements, like, they don't seem bad. But for aMSa, like, aMSa used to be way better, guys. He used to be way better. This is his last chance. Let's title this aMSa's Last Chance Nouns Invitational 2025, the final tournament of the year. Now, I'm a crazy predictor. My predictions are always wrong. Of course, I'm going to take Zane in Nouns. Actually, I don't know what Zane's been doing. He's been streaming a little bit too much. Also, you had that rough loss to Rap Monster. I'm not sure how much weight you put on online tournaments. I don't put much at all. If you were crazy like me, you would take aMSa 1. You would take aMSa 1 in this tournament. I'm not going to do that. I was considering, because it is a smaller pool of players, too. Like, it is a smaller pool, and we know Yoshi doesn't have the best spread. And we know there's not really that many good Sheiks right now, unless you're counting Crudo. And that's a rough matchup. As long as he could avoid Cody. Nice KO. What's that? Up toss into the back air. aMSa down to stock against H-Box. I mean, this is at Dreamland. I respect aMSa for pulling out the Falco at FD, but this is an old video. This is 2 years old. I don't know what aMSa has up his sleeves for Tokyo next month. I don't know if he has anything up his sleeve, but I hope he does, because this has been a sad story. I was a huge aMSa fan before I started following the GOAT more closely. You know, I was a huge aMSa fan. I was aMSa's #1 fan on this channel. When I first started this channel, my video quality was even worse. But, you know, aMSa has done nothing. Like, it's just been a collapse. I still have Yoshi as an A-tier character, but even that's getting a tough argument to make. He's got to win. Like, if aMSa could somehow win Nouns Tokyo, not finish second or third, but win, he could really change the meta. He could really change the meta of Yoshi and also his own meta. That would probably skyrocket him. If he could win the final tournament of the year, sorry, windy day out here. Hope everyone's having a good Sunday, by the way. That could really change his meta. I mean, if he wins the tournament, you got to put him back maybe into the top 5. He could skyrocket like 20 spots. He could skyrocket like 15 spots. 5:07 on the clock. Not much happening in this fight. We got a slow fight. 3 minutes in, nice backer by H-Box. aMSa's got to force the action. You know, you got to remember, you're at risk of a timeout, too. Depending on, no matter who your character is, when you're playing Puff, actually a nice up air by aMSa. aMSa was way better in neutral 3-4 years ago. He really sped Yoshi up. I always say this is Yoshi's best stage. I know no one agrees with that, but I think this is a great stage for Yoshi. Some people like smaller stage for Yoshi because you can really speed Yoshi up, but Yoshi could live for a long time here. Yoshi could live for a long time here. So could Link, my main. Like, this is not a bad stage for some characters. I know people are reluctant to pick back to Dreamland for some reason. But okay, guys, hope everyone's having a good Sunday. Leave a comment below. Is this aMSa's last chance? I think this is honestly aMSa's last chance, especially because he has the home field advantage. And I think he's going to do better in this tournament than you guys think. I know no one's expecting aMSa to finish top 3. I'm not going to make my top 3 predictions yet, but stay tuned for that. Make sure you guys subscribe. If there's any videos you want me to see, leave a comment below. Hope everyone's having a good Sunday. See you guys.